This dangerous-looking man is Sven Marquardt, a Berlin bouncer. His striking photographs are a sensitive chronicle of the city's nightlife.
I'll just get started.
Sven Marquardt is relaxed. Here at Germany's most famous nightclub, Berghain, he feels at home. The old building has a lot of charm. The club was a thermal power station in East Berlin and then converted after the wall fell. Now it's Marquardt's favourite spot for taking photos, mainly of his friends who also belong to the city's underground scene. With plenty of tattoos and piercings, he can be an intimidating sight, which helps him when working as a bouncer at Berghain, where he has to deal with throngs of clubbers from around the world.
I see thousands of ideas and creative people walk past. The people and faces offer a lot of potential, also among the staff of Berghain. My colleagues have been involved to some extent in all of my projects.
Few major photo exhibitions about Berlin take place without his images. Sven Marquardt has been in the business for almost 30 years. At first, he focused on fashion, and then East Germany's subculture. He still uses an analog camera to take black and white photos. His pictures are staged and are both disturbing and melancholic.
I view melancholy not as something hopeless. I see it as an opportunity to feel and experience something. There certainly is a norm that stifles you and doesn't allow you to move forward. But I think it's fascinating. And the feeling isn't unknown or weird to me.
Und mir ist dieses Gefühl auch nicht fremd und auch nicht wirklich unheimlich.
Marquardt was born in the East Berlin district of Prenzlauer Berg. As a young punk, he was prohibited from walking on certain streets of the city due to his extravagant appearance. The authorities feared he would hurt the clean image of the socialist capital. It bothered him back then, but now he can laugh about it. Berlin was and remains his hometown, his great muse.
Of course I think about places and how they once were. I look at the places where I used to live and see how they've changed. These prefabricated East German high-rises, they were already there back then.
And as a young man, Marquardt used this cemetery as a backdrop for some of his early work.
When I come here, I forget about everyday problems. It's in the heart of the city, but still somehow I feel totally secluded.
In the early 1990s, he showcased some unusual faces of the political upheaval, images of pain instead of celebration, self-presentation as a way to feel secure. The end of East Germany was also a big change for Sven Marquardt. He put his camera away and disappeared into Berlin's club scene. Later, he became a bouncer and began taking photos again.
I experienced the fall of the wall at an age when I still had time to start anew. I think that was great.
The Berlin club scene remains Marquardt's biggest playground. But the art scene is still a challenge.
It's more difficult to make the right contacts. But I'm not the type who meets with 20 other photographers to exchange opinions. I much prefer to go it alone.
Sven Marquardt is poised on the brink of international acclaim. Following successful exhibitions in Amsterdam, he's set to showcase his work in Turin and Paris.